It's so easy to go from normal to not in an instant, all because of a hospital's mistake. In my case, it was severe food poisoning, which led to dehydration. And if you've ever had food poisoning that's really, really bad, especially from seafood, then your eyes hurt, your body hurts. It's really bad. Dehydration can come on so fast when things don't stay in. And in case you didn't see my other videos, I had a run-in with my mom's abusive ex trying to get in, so I was too sick from the food poisoning to go all the way back up those steps. So I went out my back door to hide for safety while the police came, and that's how the ambulance came, saw me severely dehydrated, and took me to the hospital. Now, when you're dehydrated that badly and you're not getting sleep because you're so dehydrated and in pain and can't keep things down, you're gonna have issues, kind of like, as a nurse explained to me after, you're in a desert, you don't have any water, you're gonna hallucinate. But for me, it was different because I can, visually hallucinate things, if you know what I mean. All I needed was fluids. That's all I needed, because dehydration, that's how you combat it. The doctor didn't want to take the time to talk to me, and they did not talk to my family at all, even though my family had called every 30 minutes. I wasn't aware they were calling because they didn't let me call my family either. Long story short, instead of talking to me, he sent me to the psych part of a different hospital. Reminder, I didn't need this. I just needed hydration because I was severely dehydrated from food poisoning. And because of that, I should have been given water, more IV fluids, anything to hydrate me while I was at this new hospital, even though instead of that, I got locked away for 12 hours without any water or hydration at all, which worsened everything. And on top of that, they gave me unnecessary medication, which was olanzapine, which is an antipsychotic, which I didn't need because I was dehydrated, not somebody with a mental illness, which they wouldn't known if, one, they looked at my health records at all, or two, talked to me or my family. Long story short, again, there was abuse that happened to me there. A nurse had hit me and caused me to fall, and it still haunts me to this day, my experience. And that's the whole thing, is you can be completely normal, not with a mental illness. You don't need to be transferred, but because of that negligence and that they don't want to bother trying, to talk to anybody, your family, you, and they rush and they don't actually get the answers, you can end up like me with severe PTSD after. For me, this was back in 2021, and today it's 2024, and I still have nightmares, and I still struggle, and I'm trying not to cry. There's a lot they did to me there. Besides the abuse from the nurse, there was the abuse from their security and staff that hurt me too. I did do that in other videos. I didn't elaborate well enough and explain what happened in the very beginning, that it was food poisoning that caused it, because people probably just assumed, she has a mental illness, and that's why she deserved to be there, and that's why. But no, it wasn't. I was just trying to spew it out as fast as I can. I was very emotional when I was doing the videos. If you've ever had trauma like that, you know how hard it is to get out and not sound overly emotional and get your words nice and clear. But I didn't deserve any of that, and I did not deserve to be transferred there and hurt there and suffer like I did, and suffer still to this day. And because it's a hospital, even if you want justice, it's so messed up and hard. They just you won't really get it, because the system isn't there for you. And it's a sad thing to say. I mean, try if you can, if you're going through something like this, but I know in my experience I'm still suffering years later. And the sad truth is, even though it happened to me and I'm on my own trying so hard to get at an increment of justice for myself, it's made nearly impossible. And I know, for example, hospital lawyers, they're going to do everything they can to just have you drop it, like, because they know most people, normal, everyday people, aren't going to be able to afford a lawyer, so most times you're going to be trying to find a lawyer on contingency. And chances are you're going to have a really hard time, even like now, because of all of the COVID stuff. A lot of lawyers don't do against hospitals, especially on contingency, because for them it's just a lot of hard work. And they know that, and the sad thing is, because they know that, and you're trying so hard to combat the PTSD and the stress of it, and going at it alone, and trying so hard to find someone to help you, that they're like, you can just either, cave and sign saying we did nothing wrong, and we won't make you pay your lawyer fees, even though we did do something wrong. Or you can pay all the lawyer fees that are thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that you would never be able to pay, and you're basically shit out of luck. And then you owe them a bunch of money on top of all the abuse and everything horrible they put you through that you're gonna suffer for the rest of your life. So it's easy as one doctor not contacting your family or taking you seriously to ruin your life, and one hospital to ruin your life forever. I literally have a little chalkboard that says things I look at every day. From here, the toilet. And I have my piano in the living room covered, and it's in front of me literally every day, but I just can't sing. I don't know if motivate's the right word. It's just like, I just can't, even though I want to. Like, I want to sing. I want to improve my voice, because I basically don't really talk at all unless I have to go and do something. I want to be happy. I want to be a successful singer. I want to write my own songs. Like, I do write my own songs, but I want to be able to learn music production and produce my own songs and share it to the world. And it's just all of this trauma, and it makes me so upset at myself and at the hospital and the people who hurt me, because I just can't get past that barrier to do it. And if anyone's experienced something like this, they know the stress it puts you under and the frustration at yourself, and it's just a horrible feeling to feel like you're gonna do nothing with your life, even though that was your whole thing, your whole world. You knew what you wanted to do, and I still want to do it, but I just can't get there. And not getting there isn't my choice.